Hey everyone, welcome back. And you guys know that I like anything electrified. And a few weeks ago I did an unboxing of my brand new Mercane wide wheel electric scooter. So today's a bright, nice, sunny day. I figured I'd take it outside, give you my thoughts, and we'll do a little quick review on it and we'll take it for a ride. Now, one of the reasons I got this one is because it fits in the front trunk of my Model X. Now, will this fit in every Tesla's front trunk? No. Only because the Model X is so much wider than the other cars. But I will tell you this, it does fit comfortably in the back of any other Tesla, including a Model 3. There is no scooter that I know of on the market that will actually fit in the front trunk of a Model 3 other than the Concept Ioniq by Hyundai. It's a foldable design and they've yet to release it. So if that ever makes it to market, I have a pretty good confident feeling that it will fit in the front of the Model 3 trunk. As you can see here, the handlebars fold in and the whole thing folds out. And pulling it out of the car is just a matter of just lifting it out and setting it aside. So unpacking the scooter is super easy. Just lift this up. It's a little bit windy today. I apologize for the wind. Not that I can control Mother Nature or anything. Push on the little handle, lift it up, and just a few screws here to lock this into place. Now there are some scooters on the market that go up a little faster, but since this is heavy, this is a compromise I had to make because that's where you lift it from. So there you go, you're all set and we're ready to go. So once more, just to give you a quick overview of this scooter, the first thing you'll notice here is that these wheels are a rubber-coated polyurethane. There is no inner tube on this, so you'll never get flats. It's basically maintenance-free. So there's a 500-watt motor in the rear and another 500-watt motor here in the front. And the whole underside of here is a 13 amp hour, which equates to about a 0.4 kilowatt worth of energy. This thing will go approximately 40 kilometers an hour flat out. Now the scooter does have some suspension on it. It's not as supple as some of the super high-end units on the market, but then again, there's not a lot of scooters on the market in this category that actually has suspension. I found that it actually does soak up the bumps, the bigger bumps, quite well, but for general running around, I mean, you'll feel the cracks and stuff, but again, this is not really designed for off-road or anything like that. So the controls on this scooter are fairly rudimentary compared to some others on the market, say the Xiaomi M365 or the 9-Bot ES. Those are quite popular. To turn the unit on, you just press and hold the button until you get all the lights lit up. Right now it's showing me a full charge. I apologize here for the sun, you can't see that. There are 4 LEDs, red one and 3 whites. If you press and hold the button for 1 second, it starts flashing. So right now it's in eco mode. And if I press it a second time, it goes into high powered mode. And I can't show it to you right here, but if I hold in the brake and I press the accelerator, that turns on cruise control. Most people don't use that. There is also a hidden feature on here, and I have not been able to activate it. It involves some trickery of holding this down, and powering it up. But anyways, what it does is it turns the governor off. Like I said, I have not been able to turn this on yet, so if I find out, I'll put it into the end of the video. But there's no documentation on that. It's a hidden feature. So anyways, let's take this thing for a ride, and I'll give you my thoughts. One thing to note about this scooter is that unlike some others on the market, you can't just start it with just the throttle. This thing has so much power on it that it actually has a kick to start function. So basically, you get on it, you shove forward a little bit, then you apply the throttle. And applying the throttle on this thing, you have to be super careful because right about halfway, then it kicks in and it's full tilt boogie. All right, so here we go. Whoa, this thing really kicks. Again, I apologize for the wind, but oh, this thing really kicks. I'd really like to experience this thing without the governor to see how well it goes, but just on takeoff, you gotta be super careful with this thing because it has an incredible amount of kick with 2 motors. Just as a reminder, this unit is also available with a single motor as well. But judging from this thing, I mean, 2 motors, I mean, you can go uphill with this thing. Again, I apologize for the wind today. It's very windy out. Okay, so we have a bit of a grade here going up this hill around my house. I'd say it's about something like a 10% grade, and it's doing it just fine. You know, I take it back. The suspension on this thing is really good. It does soak up the bumps quite nicely, smooths things out. Again, it's not really designed for off-road. You know, even with the fat tires on it, I find it's incredibly nimble. I'm just going to stop for a second. Now, I know one of the questions you guys are going to be asking, does this thing have regen? No, it does not have any regen on it. I'm not aware of any scooters that have that. All right, here we go. Whoa, this thing really chooches. Woohoo! Relatively silent, doesn't really make that much noise anyway, so you're not going to be bothering anybody going down the street with this thing. The brakes are very effective on this. Woo-hoo. We're back from the test ride, so I thought I'd close out and give you some thoughts on this unit. I know some of you will probably be asking, do you need anything this fancy? Well, the answer is no. If you're just going from point A to point B, there are some better deals on the market, probably about half the cost of this thing, maybe even a third. But if you want to have some fun in the process and maybe you have some hills, this is a better deal. Is it perfect? No. There are some issues with it. I mean, the display on the screen is, or on the unit is not the best, and the throttle's too touchy. But they have corrected the throttle situation. Now the 2019 model now has a new improved throttle, and they've added a voltage display on the unit so you can get a better semblance of what's going on in the battery. It is available as a retrofit, so I'll be looking at doing that on this particular model. I'll put a link down in the video description if you're interested in taking a look at this. It's available from fluidride.com in the US, and I'll have a link to the Canadian distributor if you guys are interested. Anyways, I hope you like it, and we'll catch you on the next one, and make sure you be safe on these things. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching. See ya.